Daily English Podcast.
From Daily English with Daisy.
Hello, wonderful listeners. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Daily English with Daisy, a cozy place where you can learn English in an easy and comfortable way. I'm Daisy.
And I'm Paul. We are so happy to be part of your day, whether you are driving to work, washing the dishes, or just taking a walk.
Paul, the atmosphere in the studio today feels very calm, but to be honest, I've been feeling a bit stuck lately.
Stuck? How so?
You know, just a bit of a funk.
A funk. That is a great word, though an unpleasant feeling. For our listeners, being in a funk just means being in a sad or lazy mood for no clear reason. Just a low-energy state.
Exactly. I've been in a funk. I look at my to-do list and I just sigh. I want to be disciplined, Paul. I really do. But every time I try to change my life, I hit a wall.
You are definitely not alone in that, Daisy. We often think discipline means shouting at ourselves like a military sergeant. But today, we want to explore a different kind of discipline.
Yes, today is about gentle discipline. How to bloom without burning out.
Let's start with why we fail. Daisy, have you ever tried to quit a bad habit cold turkey?
Cold turkey. Oh, you mean stopping something completely and suddenly, right? Like quitting sugar or caffeine overnight?
Exactly. Cold turkey means stopping a habit abruptly, with no preparation.
Oh, I've done that. I tried to quit social media cold turkey once. I deleted all the apps.
And let me guess, you reinstalled them 24 hours later?
Actually, it was 6 hours later. I felt so guilty. I thought, Daisy, why are you so weak?
You aren't weak. You just set the bar too high. When we set goals that are too extreme, we set ourselves up for failure. We need to lower the barrier to entry.
Barrier to entry. That sounds like a business term.
It is, but it works for life too. The barrier to entry is the difficulty level of starting something. If the barrier is high, like running 10 kilometers, you won't start. If the barrier is low, like putting on your running shoes, you might.
So this leads us to the idea of micro habits, tiny habits.
Yes, the rule is make the habit so small it is ridiculous.
Ridiculous meaning silly or laughable, right?
Right. It should be so small that you would feel silly not doing it. For example, if you want to write a book, don't aim for a chapter. Aim for one sentence.
One sentence. Okay. But Paul, does that really work? Can you really change your life one sentence at a time?
Absolutely. Because of a concept called momentum.
Momentum. I love that word. It describes the force that keeps an object moving, right?
Precisely. In physics, it's hard to get a heavy object moving. But once it has momentum, it's hard to stop. Human behavior is the same. The hardest part is the first 5 seconds.
So if I just tell myself, Daisy, just open the textbook, that's the micro habit.
Yes. And usually, once the book is open, you won't just stare at it. You'll read a bit. You trick your brain into starting.
I'm going to try this. No more big promises. Just ridiculously small steps. Now, Paul, talking about habits, there is a habit of speech I want to discuss. It's the habit of over-apologizing.
Ugh, this is a big one. Over-apologizing, saying sorry when you haven't actually done anything wrong.
Yes, I do this all the time. If I bump into a chair, I say sorry to the chair. But seriously, I realized it makes me feel small. It makes me feel like a burden.
It does. It undermines your confidence.
Undermine. That's a strong word. Can you explain that?
To undermine means to weaken something gradually, like digging the ground beneath a building so it collapses. When you say sorry too much, you undermine your own authority.
Wow, that's a scary image, but it makes sense. So the solution we found is swapping sorry for thank you.
Let's practice this. Listeners, pay attention to the shift in energy. Daisy, imagine you are venting to me about your bad day. You've been talking for 20 minutes. Go.
Oh, Paul, and then the car broke down, and I lost my keys, and oh gosh, I'm so sorry for complaining so much. I'm sorry I'm so negative.
Stop right there. That felt heavy, right? You felt guilty.
Yeah, I felt like I was annoying you.
Now, try it again, but instead of apologizing, thank me for being a good friend.
Okay. And then I lost my keys. Whew, Paul, thank you for listening to me. I really needed to get that off my chest.
Wow. Do you feel the difference?
I do. I feel validated.
Validated. That means feeling recognized and accepted. When you said thank you, you validated my kindness instead of highlighting your negativity.
It changes the whole dynamic. It turns a negative moment into a moment of gratitude.
Gratitude. Being thankful. It is much more powerful than guilt. So, listeners, here is your challenge. The next time you are late, don't say, sorry I'm late. Say, thank you for waiting.
It's a small switch, but it protects your self-esteem. Okay, Paul. We've talked about doing less and talking kinder. Now let's talk about seeing clearer.
I think I know where you are going. You want to talk about glimmers.
Yes! I learned this recently. We all know what triggers are, things that make us upset or scared, but glimmers are the opposite.
Explain it for us. What is a glimmer exactly?
A glimmer is a tiny moment that makes your nervous system feel safe and happy. It could be the smell of coffee, a dog wagging its tail, or just a cool breeze.
Beautiful. It's about noticing the mundane magic.
Mundane. That's a word people usually use to mean boring, right?
Yes, mundane means ordinary, everyday, lacking excitement. But I think there is beauty in the mundane, if we look for it.
I agree. There is a phrase from the script we read earlier that I just adore. If this isn't life, I don't know what is.
That is a profound thought. We keep waiting for life to start. We think life is the wedding day, the promotion, the vacation.
But life is mostly just Tuesday morning.
Exactly. And if you can't enjoy Tuesday morning, you might miss your whole life. We need to learn to savor these moments.
Savor. Like savoring a delicious meal?
Yes, to savor means to enjoy something completely, taking your time to appreciate the taste or the feeling. Don't just drink your coffee, savor it.
I had a glimmer this morning. I saw an elderly couple holding hands walking down the street. It lasted 3 seconds. But I paused and thought, if this isn't life, I don't know what is.
And did that change your mood?
Instantly, it pulled me out of my head and into the present. But Paul, we have to be real. Life isn't always cute couples and coffee. Sometimes it's stressful. Sometimes my heart is racing and I want to scream.
Of course. And that brings us to our final tool, reframing stress.
Reframing, like changing the frame around a picture?
Exactly. You don't change the picture, the situation. but you change how you look at it.
So how do I reframe a racing heart? Because to me, that feels like panic.
Biologically, excitement and anxiety look very similar. Your heart beats fast, your hands sweat. It's your body preparing for action.
So instead of saying, I'm scared, I can say, my body is getting ready.
Yes, you stop fighting the feeling. You channel it.
Channel. Like a TV channel?
Not quite. To channel energy means to direct it towards a specific purpose. You take that nervous energy and use it to focus.
That's helpful. But what about when someone makes me angry, like a rude email? My instant reaction is to snap.
To snap. That means to react quickly and angrily, like a rubber band breaking.
Yes, I snap back. And then I regret it.
That is where the pause comes in. Viktor Frankl, a famous psychologist, said that between the stimulus, what happens, and the response, what you do, there is a space.
The space. The gap.
In that gap lies our freedom. If you react instantly, you are a slave to your emotions. If you pause, even for 5 seconds, you become the master.
So the micro habit here is, when I feel triggered, take one deep breath before I speak.
Yes. Or use a phrase like, let me sleep on it. Or, I'll get back to you. Buy yourself time.
It prevents so much drama, doesn't it?
It saves relationships.
I'm glad, Daisy. We covered a lot of ground today. Let's recap for our listeners.
Sure. Number 1, micro habits. Don't go cold turkey. Lower the barrier to entry so it's impossible to fail.
Number 2, language. Stop undermining yourself with sorry. Use thank you to show gratitude.
Number 3, glimmers. Don't ignore the mundane. Savor the small moments.
Number 4, the pause. Don't snap. Use the gap to choose your response.
Perfect summary.
And remember, dear listeners, you don't have to do all of this today. Just pick one small thing.
Maybe just notice one glimmer today, or change one sorry.
That's enough. Growth is a slow process. Be gentle with yourself.
Thank you all for tuning in to Daily English with Daisy. If you learned a new word today, or if this episode helped lift your funk, please let us know in the comments or share it with a friend.
Keep learning, keep listening, and remember, if this isn't life, I don't know what is.
Bye, everyone.
See you next time.